Hi, today is June 22nd, 2026, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 961 for the year, Memorial. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial off Water Street downtown is an ugly green color and not particularly distinguished. If I were a Vietnam veteran, I would chill with the Maya Lin Memorial in D.C. The one in New York City is old school and drab and green and tired and sad, almost as if the people who commissioned it wanted to make it seem like the war never happened. Poem number 962, Twofold and Doubly False. When Huey Lewis in the news announced that it was hip to be square, the implications were twofold and doubly false. Firstfoldfalse, that this was news, which it wasn't, because it wasn't true. Secondfoldfalse, that by virtue of their being square, Huey Lewis and the news were actually and counterintuitively hip, which wasn't true because they weren't and never would be hip. One obvious sign of a square is that they use words like hip, but in the case of Huey Lewis and the news, the signs were manifold. Poem number 963, It Matters Not. It matters not, it matters little, not a jot and not a tittle, not a whit and not a whittle, not a fart and not a fiddle, not a beer and not a skittle, not both ends and not the middle, not a kit and not a caboodle, not quinoa and not a noodle. It matters hardly what you do, nor the number of people you do it to, not how many, not how few. It matters not what, how, or who. Stanley Kowalski or Ish Kabibble. It matters not. It matters little. Poem number 964, It's Nice. It's nice that when I don't feel like painting, I usually feel like writing. And it's nice that when I don't feel like writing, I usually feel like painting. And it's nice that when I don't feel like doing either of those things, there's usually a movie or a TV show I feel like watching. It's nice that even when it's nice out, I'm very rarely tempted to go outside. And the last poem of the day, poem number 965, Like a Book. She couldn't read 'em like a book, or at least she couldn't read 'em like any of the books she liked to read. Trying to read 'em was like trying to read a book by Thomas Pynchon, or James Joyce, or Hegel, or Heidegger. In fact, he exhausted her so much that she thought she might be better off trying to read Being and Time or Phenomenology of Spirit than trying to read him. Perhaps if she managed to get through Being and Time, she might find that by comparison he was not so hard to read at all. And so she picked up Heidegger's daunting opus and opened it up in the way she hoped he might open up to her one day. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.